One of my most influential videos was to do a few changes in my rulebook, or actually even just invent new rules, basically, which I just call principles because there are no rules. You can do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you don't get in trouble. Because you can always invent a crime that I'm not aware of, and I will definitely have to find a way to solve that crime. I'm not gonna try to attempt and recreate the entire law book, basically, or the most famous rules, basically. And it's like, well, you don't have it in your rules. That means you can't attack me for anything I do in that regard. Oh well, that's the best way to avoid it is to just have one rule. Don't attempt to ruin my day. Okay, it means plenty of things, basically, because you can ruin my day in many ways. My day. Okay, that's enough for me, man. To piss me off that one fucking day. Even if you're correct the other day, that just means you had to take it a little bit slower and spread out your fucking hatred or insanity, basically, across multiple days. And usually, the way to ruin my day is just to, like, spam bullshit and not care about anything. And try to literally negatively affect my entire channel or whatever. It's like the most obvious things. Or just have like very vicious traps like linking some content that you're not supposed to do. Random websites that we know are dangerous, you know. But what would happen if I reform and take a look at another place? I call this sweet spot. In fact, do we have 4 elements? This is not an element. This potentially is the earth element because it's the rule book. This looks like the fire element, but this is the fire element because this belongs to Taylor Swift. This cafe. If you add these 3 numbers together, it's 13, by the way. It's pretty cute. Maybe this is wind element? Music? Not exactly sure. It seems about right, because the sweet spot is the water element. And these are just chat rooms, so they are not necessarily... This is like the element of evil, okay? If there is an element, if there's a 5th element, it's the evil. Fake chat is for losers, because if you get corrupted or duct taped, you cannot type into this main chat anymore. So yeah, you should join my Discord because that's the only way you can actually talk to me. I'm just saying. Anyways, in this place you can post once an hour at the moment. Maybe it will change. It's kind of like Twitter. Maybe I might even like do it like once a day, so you really have to think about it. But once an hour should stop most of the people anyways. And allow me to delete your tweets, basically. If I don't like them. You know? I still have the power to do that. So, there are basic elements here. But you normally want to use some kind of emoji when you're doing something. Alright, you have to define what you're doing. But then, I still have to update a lot of things. This is somewhat updated, but once we get deeper into this, we will have to make a few changes for sure. With the emoji part and how we use the emoji, I have to figure that one out. I started with, sweet knowledge emoji, thinking that, well, these are just quotable, interesting things that generate thought. Is pretty cool. So, That's where I started. Potentially that's fine, because the sweet spot, you know, has the same emoji and it's the most used one, so potentially, well, this goes in front of everyone. I recognize that it's important to actually acknowledge this place because I wanted to make a mad comment, which I need to like post templates of comments and potentially even got a subscriber out of it. If you read this, if I can promote my Discord, YouTube channel, there's no reason for me to post a comment. It gets auto-deleted without warning. Yeah, YouTube does that. Like, literally. You can try and post a link of any kind, even fucking another YouTube video. Delete it. No warning, too. It's like, dude, YouTube, I put effort into it. You just gonna delete it just like that? You're fucking insane, dude. Like, that is crazy to me. I forgot that is supposed to be also a feature. Stop deleting self-promotion comments without warning. You can say to people, okay, this comment will be automatically deleted. Can you change it into something else that you can trick the system, basically, that as if you're not promoting your channel, but you can still probably promote your channel, just like I did. But even that's probably a stretch because they will figure out how to delete this comment as well eventually. So who knows? But you're still promoting your channel. What else am I supposed to do? Especially if I disagree. You know, am I gonna fucking type in a comment 20 pages long and nobody's gonna fucking read it? That's fucking fantastic, dude. At least when they can look into my channel, they can look into the effort that I'm doing and like take in the argument that I have with full force. Alright? Fully understand my argument. It has to be short, but then I make a short argument and then promote my channel because I hate the current video that I'm watching. And I'm not going to invest my goodwill into it anyways. Something like that. I hope you understand. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something crazy. I will evaluate myself from the past, from 2020, boys. Technically it's 2019, but no, it's 2020 because it's November, October, November, so it doesn't count. It's too close. It's mostly 2020, this whole thing. So it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Have I improved? No. What is my value from the past? Alright. It's crazy. I know. This is my Twitter right here. I don't need fucking Twitter right now. This is my Twitter. And I will improve my tweets. I am actually capable of editing my tweets as much as I want and make them as long as I want too, technically. Why is there... Oh yeah, I actually calculated how many candies there are in total, but I think that has to go. I will edit that out. I don't think it's necessary. The number is just like confusing out to me, actually. So let the battle begin, because if I actually evaluate myself as 400 3 years ago, I mean, wow. I am the best YouTuber out here. People just don't know it. And that's the coolest thing. Wow, ever since TikTok has been beaten, I was able to actually catch it up. And I probably will catch first place soon enough. Maybe even during this video. Is the microphone still working? I have to check from time to time, honestly. I've checked a little bit, it's It's 200 points of value, nothing too crazy. Most of the stuff I just rejected because I don't really understand it anymore. So yeah, things get old, unfortunately. I thought it was gonna be more spicy, but let's continue. Funny enough, the 2020 was the year of Ari, so no wonder the sweet spot came to existence. But it kind of starts as a collection of memes almost, or the idea, which is comes from 2019. That's what memes are. Technically, they kind of want to make you laugh, but the true memes is more like inspirational shit. You know, that's the truth stuff. I I should check out memes at some point. I've never really checked out memes seriously. Now that I have a chance to evaluate them, I should probably do that. Maybe there's some inspiration there as well. But I would rather like react to spiritual inspirational quotes, things like that. That's the idea of the sweet spot. I think that's more valuable. But you never know, maybe I'll change my mind. I wouldn't like to, but I will gather evidence, so there's a follow-up video to this one apparently. Wow, Rumble is actually worse than I thought. Like, you have no idea. First of all, obviously, everyone is like being negative towards me, even though, yes, I am being negative towards Rumble. But, you know, the only way to counter negativity is not by more negativity. If you do the math, if you add negativity to negativity, you get more negativity, you don't get less. You have to actually pull back, you know, and show positivity. So it's like people do like negativity because they finally now I can be negative and I will win with that one fucking one line comment. I'm also surprised that my microphone works. Actually, there was an interesting survey. Like there's a lot of things going on right now in the background. I'm not gonna lie. Even that stupid chat was like, no, 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 like that much. Like what? Anyways, so yeah, yeah, very thoughtful. You know, very thought provoking. Very much agreeable comment. You know. This is how, like, fucking 99% of people fucking think. Oh, I just type in one fucking line. I'm the best, guys. I actually have an opinion of some kind. I actually am entitled to express my opinion without any explanation randomly on the internet. This is how fucking people think right now. These people will get eliminated from existence, man. You don't have the internet. You don't get to use internet. But if people are using Rumble, I guess they're not using internet right now. Because you know the funniest thing? Oh, notifications. Oh. Where? Oh. What? Where notifications? Where, dude? Not in my email, please. Not my email. Where's notifications, dude? There is none. Rumble literally doesn't have a place where I get notified about replies to my comments. I don't even get that shit. I get it into my email, and I don't fucking need that shit in my email. This is the last thing I fucking need, dude. What is wrong with people, man? Let's fucking make the shittiest website of all time. You fucking did it, guys. You fucking did it. Anyway, let's continue with our, you know, what I was doing, because, wow. Wow, dude. This one I'll have to battle with, basically, but a bunch of fucking right-wing idiots are gonna be like, oh, I'm actually smart, because I have watched 2 hours of content every single fucking day, just person talking about news, and so now I'm smart. So, wow, this is gonna be fucking amazing, dude. One-line comment. People are good at one-line comments, I'm not gonna lie. But they're bad at everything else. And, we just don't know about it yet. Because it's so disrespectful, you know. Most of my comments that I said were like 6 lines at least. And these things, like, really need explanations. Like, I don't like your comment. Let's figure out what to fucking write. Now that I'm triggered, you know, to feel good about myself. But I don't want to put effort into it, you know. It's the most triggering thing of all time. But because I have the power, eventually, this shit's not gonna work anymore. So fuck that shit. Yeah, I have to repeat myself, like, you can't just be negative towards negativity. Because then you just ruin the entire platform, eventually. It doesn't Yes, you can counter evil by being evil yourself. That's pretty cool. But that's not usually where you start. You first start figuring things out, you know? Figuring out whether a person's actually evil, is actually being negative, or actually has constructive criticism, you know, that everyone needs to hear essentially. But forget about that. But again, 99% of people don't have principles, and they have to be washed away, you know. I'll let Andrew Tate just rip them off even further, you know, with his army of people. It's like, well, I guess you can do that, Andrew Tate. I guess I don't like them that much. And I will secretly try to rip off Andrew Tate himself. Maybe $100. I'll rip off of that, and he will cry he will cry and try to get it back from me. But I'll get that $100, dude. I can fucking live 2 weeks with that. That's crazy. Yeah, I found you. No, what I found is a fucking stupid asshole. But internet is full of those, so I can't fucking judge. I literally can't judge anyone, even though I have to, at the same time. To tell how big of a fucking asshole they are. Writing me one sentences, or just like literally making no sense. And then saying, oh, your English is probably not the first language. Not your first. It's like, what? But you're the one that makes no sense. Come on, man. You can't you can't make this up. Anyways, this legendary right there. Senses beat science. I hate science so much. So if a three-word sentence can beat science, I'll take it, man. I'll fucking take it. Senses, man. But you can be tricked by your senses, but I will punch you in the face and you will feel science, dude. That's what you're gonna feel, man. Just for science, I will punch you in the face until you die, and let's see how many punches it takes for you to die. You know? So, oh, you feel bad. Oh, but for science, man. For science. Come on, man. Take that, Hearthstone. We fucking did it. First place is back in my fucking hands. And Hearthstone is not gonna take that back from me. Another legendary found. Speaking cards. I mean, I play so many card games. I know exactly what this means. Like, you have to have a proper strategy when talking to other people. Okay, when the discussion is smooth and you don't have to think about it anymore, that's pretty cool. But when you're battling with opposite opinions, you want to be smart about it, and you have to figure out the rules of conversation as best as you can, because there are rules. There are ways to, you know, do smart things. I often just play a lot of words, and what I get in return is like one sentence, and it's like, wow. I guess you tried really hard. Are you trying to play aggro deck right now? What is this? A fucking removal spell? Nothing, dude. Nothing makes sense, right? It's just a fucking 1/1 that's trying to stand on its own without buffs, without anything, dude. I fucking summon a 5/5, I go face. I go fucking face. You read my comment? You think you can comment on my comment with a fucking one-liner? No, you can't. You can't fucking beat my comment simply by size alone. Okay, you have to match the size at least. At least do that. Alright? I don't know how much thought you put into your fucking shit, but creating a legendary one-liner is kind of 1 in a 50 chance for a good person. For a shitty person, it's 1 in 1,000 chance. Or probably just impossible, because we're just talking about crazy chances anyways. And that requires skill to pull off. And a lot of practice, and holy crap, you know. So, very good. Very good. 3 words. 3 words. Destroyed me real quick, man. Your English is bad. And I will not attempt to tell you why it's bad. I just played a 1-1. They put fucking playing penguins for 0 mana, and it's like, I don't want to kill. You wouldn't kill a penguin, you know. And I would say, I will fucking obliterate this penguin with 1 shot, man. It's too easy. You can't fucking emotionally manipulate me and think like, oh, you're destructive because you killed a 1-1. This is a fucking battlegrounds, okay? Nothing has changed. Now internet is the battlegrounds. If you're fighting in real world, you're a fucking loser. Internet is where everyone is fighting. Internet is what's up right now. The fact that you're just stuck in some kind of community of entertainment, you're stuck in that content, and you're mindless about it. Let's see what happens when someone fucking pokes you in the back and just smashes you in the face randomly, random attack. Not attack a hug, attack punch, dude. It's nothing good about it. You have to be ready at all times. Because the internet can also be taken away from you at all times, so might as well fucking battle it out. Like, listen to fucking Andrew Tate. But don't listen to Andrew Tate. You have to get the message, He likes boxing, but he kind of likes fighting. But the best thing he likes to do is just talking, so why doesn't he just talk fight? Because he's stupid. He's still stupid, okay? I'm still smarter than Andrew Tate. I'll figure it out, guys. I'll figure out how to defeat him. But I will definitely not box Andrew. Like, how stupid can you get, man? Your arguments are stupid because I would beat you in the boxing match. I was like, oh, yeah, really? That's why my argument's stupid. Can you beat me in a robot building match, for example? Oh, you can't. Oh, a missile making match. let's try one of those, reflect a bullet match. Let's see if you can fucking build a brick wall that can I don't know, dude. No, survive a missile match, rather. I don't know, just like, if you're talking about pure power, like, you can't just fucking talk about pure power without adding technological advancements that we have made. Me smash with rock, my argument is better! Man, Andrew Tate is fucking legend. Stone Age legend, dude. I like young woman. Old woman not good for me. Yeah. I can't. There's so many Andrew Tate memes that can be made when you just equate him into... When you just pull him back into Stone Age and it's like, oh, he actually fits there very much. When I can buy steak, life is boring. I have to chase deer, kill deer, eat steak then. Very good steak then. Very exciting steak. That's how you get steak. Losers. Andrew Tate right there, boys. We're pretty much almost there. Actually, like... It's not just funny, this is fucking legendary as well. There's no way it's not legendary. Stone Age Tate. Fucking... It has to be... At least one comment about Tate has to be legendary. Come on, man. And I have made it till the end. 2022 is October 1st. I came back to this shit. I have hearted every single thing up here. And, we're scrolling for, 10 seconds now. Alright. At least 15 seconds of just scrolling. Like, there's plenty of reading. There's also plenty of broken hearts, which, we could attempt to fix and see what happens. I'm very curious, because I literally don't understand most of them. And, it really sucks. I don't think I would, write something like this anymore. Something that barely makes sense to me, but it could still happen if I'm not careful enough. There's also some white hearts that lack value. I kind of understand, but it's just not good enough. Yeah, at the start there's a lot of broken hearts, then it kind of fades out. I guess I started figuring out how to do this stuff. That's kind of satisfying. Let's see what I can do. There's no way to actually like search for a special emoji or reaction. If I say reacted with, or just reacted, I don't get anything. So unfortunately, Discord is not as flexible as you would imagine. Also 325. I think it's a legit score. Maybe we can click twice. Yeah, something like that. 315. Not the worst thing. I mean, it's kind of valuable, but I probably need other people to do it as well. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like good enough for me. Even just... Well, we're gonna look into memes, we're gonna look into inspirational quotes. Maybe we can squeeze something out. We'll see. I just realized Penguin Zero is almost like a reference to Zero Mana Penguin. Which is fucking ridiculous, dude. But, I realized it because it has the same name, so I couldn't fucking save the image. So ridiculous. Now? Oh, you don't know what it is? Well, that's the new emoji right now. Alright. Here you go. The new emoji. Someone summons a 1-1 sentence, you know, as an argument. I'll teach them a lesson, dude. Here you go, explanation, dude. What the fuck, man? It would be even nicer if the penguin gets crushed by a rock or something. Fuck this shit. Whoa, penguin's so cute. Amazing. Wow, you can have 5 stickers. Stickers are the big ones, man. But I need levels, man. Why not infinite, man? What is wrong with you guys? Oh, man. I can only have 60 decks. Who knows how expensive these fucking levels are? 10 a month, boys. It's amazing. Just for some stickers, man. Well, we got 5 of them. It's kind of lame, though. Well, it is what it is. If someone needs a high resolution, here we go, boys. I kid you not, like, you can summon as many of these as you want, and waste your opponent's time at the same time. Like, do whatever it takes. And your opponent will still not concede. Will still not understand what the fuck is going on. They're just gonna beat you up, you know? Because they can. Because that's what they came for in Hearthstone. Just to win a game. They don't want none of that shit. So, yeah, this stuff doesn't fly. In the Hearthstone world, why would it fly in a fucking real world? But I'm trying to be nice to you. Well, what used to be a broken heart... Okay, my microphone still works. Wow, voice mod. You did it again. You did nothing bad. Double check. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, a broken heart turns into a sparkling one. He used to just say this much, but when you add this, it kind of satisfies the problem. Like, what is this though? Why did I mention this? I mentioned this because once you have the safe space and the loving people, well, you need this, alright? You get it from the internet, the safe space, and like the loving people, like whoever creates content anyways, and they can't really hide their personalities. They have to express themselves properly. There's no way out of this. I'm not sure what's gonna happen when AI will take over. Maybe the internet will be unusable anymore. It could happen, dude. Some crazy shit like that. Bye-bye internet. Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of this one. That was unexpected, to be honest. I don't know if I should care about every single broken heart. I'm like, because there's a lot of them. I could comment about them, but it would be like a 2-hour video. So again, I'll just look if I can find more sparkling things. But that, I'm just like scared that this video will be over, but whatever. Most of the time, I'm probably just gonna uncheck the heart and just leave it like that, because, like, I understand what it means, but I don't know what it's gonna mean in the future, which is kind of the whole fucking point. I know that this is like a very good statement, and like, legendary things shine through very easily, but this might not work in the future. I don't know. I might change my mind. And the kind of the whole idea is to just leave it like that, come back in a year, and see how I feel about it after a year. Then I have completely forgotten about this thing. Even half a year is good enough. So we'll see how I treat this whole thing, even though it's still just starting off. Still the most obscure and the least used place, even by me, okay? Obviously nobody else used it, but whatever. People tweet, people make memes, so we can fill this place quite a bit and make follow-up videos, as I've said. There's one more follow-up video. Memes versus inspirational quotes. I want to see what's better. I think we got another one. It shouldn't be that hard, right? So it says the only way you know what you want early in life is if previously it said you establish trust with someone, which is like, what does that mean? If you belong somewhere, that means I'm just kind of looking back and it's like, well, I belong to AdventureCraft. And it could end there and be a sentimental, heart, a blue heart. But it's legendary because I kept continuing. The only way you can improve and pass, improve life, improve, god damn it. Well, I'm terrible sometimes. Actually, it works. Yeah, I'm just terrible at reading, I guess. The only way you can improve in life past that is when you belong everywhere. So it just kind of tells a very simple story about my life. I went from a semi-game developer, I kind of wanted to do that. But this is early in my life, right? So I had to belong somewhere to get ahead of something. Just have some kind of passion whatsoever. And then I can expand my passion into belonging everywhere, slowly. Alright, from that point, when I actually like established somewhere, I know what it's like to outcompete everyone and establish myself. Then, but potentially that, you know, those are the skills required. That's the best I can describe. Uh, Maybe there's a better way, obviously, but it feels pretty important. Just the idea that the most important idea is like stop doing the same thing over and over again. You figure out how to belong somewhere. Is that what you want to do for the rest of your life, though? But at the same time, it's like, well, if you're successful, nobody cares. So potential, but there's like behind a successful person, there's like tons and tons of people, at least 1,000 people, who are kind of doing a similar thing, but they might not even be reaching for success, or they like straight up not successful. And like, you look at how I'm struggling on YouTube, and I'm not getting any subscribers. Technically, I got 4 very recently, which is kind of, in a weird way, like, you usually have to say subscribe in some kind of contest. I don't think saying directly subscribe is actually gonna work anymore, because people are numb to that word already, but if they see it in some kind of other context, they kind of think about it, just think about it, which is kind of so fucking weird. YouTube itself has to make sure that the person always thinks whether they should subscribe, should like the video, should have some kind of input into the video. YouTube should actually tell them that, to be more active, to encourage not active users to be more active. In fact, that's one of the, one of the 13 features. Oh my god. Encourage people to be more active if they literally click nothing. Like, that is pretty fucking disturbing. Like, YouTube actually has to have a tutorial for consumers, straight up, how to use YouTube or something. I'm sure there's videos like that, but there is not a YouTube official series on how to consume YouTube videos. There's none of that shit. Forget about that part. Alright. So we should probably add one more thing. Plus tutorial. It seems nice to have a tutorial like that. Anyways. So even if this is not legendary by itself and I cannot explain it properly, even though it kind of reflects my life very well and my intention very well, so, well, at least it inspired me to add another feature that YouTube is missing right now. How do we get there? Encouraging people? I don't know. I don't know how do we get there. I do not know. Let's just pretend that this actually works and you learned something. No, obviously there's again at least 1,000 people who just fail, who literally follow that person and play the same game, for example, but just kind of fail to be successful in that field, even though they kind of would want to be successful, right? They would want to compete. But you have to just detach from that. But then it's like you don't belong somewhere if you're not competitive. That's also a big question. So, I don't know. There's too much to explore, but I'm pretty sure it's legendary just because of that. Just because it raises a lot of questions, reflects my life, and encourages people to belong everywhere. Once you realize the only way, I think the most obvious thing to think about is when you belong somewhere and when you kind of, yes, there's competition, right? But whoever's first and whoever is the best, is going to take over, and they're just gonna take over, take the throne, take those 100,000 subscribers and just sit there uncontested by anyone else, because now if you make the same content, you probably can reach only 10,000 subscribers and not much more. You have to, like, not only have the same level of quality, but also be unique enough so people actually recognize you in some way. It is really difficult, alright? It gets more and more difficult. Essentially, some crazy lunatic people can outcompete even the people on the throne, but you shouldn't do that. You belonged somewhere, you got as far as you could, you reached the peak. Now you have to go back and kind of do it again. But why would you do that again if you can do everything all at once now? You can take 5 things at once and pretty much belong everywhere. Now, it's really hard to describe what it is, but just because I talked for so long, you can see how legendary this is, as just as a topic. It's probably a 1 hour long topic. I'm just saying. Also, very interesting. I'll just write it as it is, you know. Interesting how I fix a broken heart and it sometimes becomes a sparkling one, aka legendary. Very funny, but it's not funny. It's like really crazy to me. That usually, again, it's the conflict that creates most value, while things that do not fall into the drama and do not try anything provocative, basically, those things get discarded quite easily, you know, get blurred out into nothingness. So, yes, I need... I hope YouTube actually, yes, doesn't actually calculate dislikes as a negative thing, because it is drama after all, and it doesn't matter. It should not matter in general, because then it's like you can really just attack people and ask, but it's just immoral. Like, there's so many ways to overwatch YouTube and improve YouTube and just understand YouTube better as an ecosystem and how it can be improved eventually. But we have to, like, be on the same awareness level, play by the same rules pretty much, and have power in general. Like, if we don't have power over the algorithm and who gets popular, like, we can't really do much at all. And YouTube has all the tools, basically, all the buttons, and it's just like, whatever, guys. I guess authority wins again. Well, we shouldn't let that happen. That's the real decentralization, by the way. I might as well put it as a candy. The real decentralization is simply giving people as much power as authorities might have. Technically, authorities are not abusing their powers, because we still have the power of just, like, not using YouTube or whatever platform is going to be abusing our freedoms. So, authorities can kind of creep on and slowly rise in power, basically, of whatever stupid shit they do. We just have to get along with it, you know. Well, you banned, or you decentralized swearing, I guess I will stop swearing now, despite you explaining why I should care, even. Which is just... Right now, because YouTube authorities are holding us kind of hostage and in the unknown of, like, how do we handle this stuff, and why should we care? You know? I don't care, because I just want to make videos. I don't want to compete, but I kind of have to compete just because, it makes sense to do. Competition is not like a destructive thing. It's more like you see how well you can do, how other people can do better. You kind of learn from them, teach them. You kind of grow alongside using competition. You're not actually beating each other up. That would be fucking stupid. You're trying to compete because you want to get better at something. You want to focus on something, and you want to find things and share those things, strategies basically, right? And most importantly, like uh, evaluate strategies, compare strategies. It's very simple. Why competition is so important. There's always a toxic competition and a proper one. I don't know if I have to make a candy about it though. I kind of do. Right now, my biggest dream, and I think it's so important, and the way you have to understand this, and why YouTube is actually very much broken. But the most important thing is to match effort. Okay, if I put effort into a video, there has to be just as many people putting effort into watching that video. Equal effort, alright? At least make sure that effort is equal. If the content is randomly generated by AI, nobody should watch that because it's like not authentic. No, you didn't put that much work into it. It's not interesting in any way. But if I spent time saying anything whatsoever, people have to break it down into parts and like consume different parts. If one person cannot do it as a whole, but usually one person can still do it because my opinion is like segmented into pieces, and it's better if one person does it. Then he can maybe summarize it a little bit of whatever he thought was valuable, all that stuff, right? But like then we kind of exist as a society. Right now internet is kind of weak because it's not interactive. We can only like see the trending things and comment on those things, and nobody's gonna watch our videos. Oh, Dream made his face reveal, and there's like 10 videos that you care about the face reveal, and there's 10,000 that you don't even know exist. Alright, because YouTube did not recommend that one. So, yeah, I tried to ride the wave, but as well as everyone else, and obviously you only care about the popular YouTubers who have stolen all the just attention from everyone else. Is like, look at me. Why should we fucking look at you, dude? We have to figure out why. Okay? Because right now, what's going on is just completely unfair and just completely out of control. And YouTube doesn't give a fuck, obviously, about none of this shit. But I'll make them care. One way or the other, I'll find the way, guys. There's always a way. When you're a growing person like myself, like you'll find the way. Even after 50 years or something, I'll find the way. It's my passion. It's the only thing that keeps me alive and kills my boredom, so there's nothing better to do for me than to just beat up YouTube eventually. I almost beat in Minecraft. It's just like, it's a little bit too difficult, I realized. But I still beat Minecraft. Some AI tool comes out and I'm like, oh, I'll just use that real quick. And in like 2 months I beat Minecraft. But right now, like, I'm not even like passionate about it, to be honest, anymore. Because I'm not passionate about gaming anymore as much. And I look at Minecraft as like a weird thing that I don't want to interact with anymore. I'm not interested. But, because I belonged somewhere and now I'm not in the Minecraft universe. So I just don't care. I wish it was working properly and all that shit. And again, potentially I still have enough skills to make a better Minecraft. I just don't have the tools. The tools are too difficult to make. And the most important reason why I left Minecraft community or AdventureCraft community is because not only is it too difficult, it's not rewarding enough. Yes, if I actually make Minecraft copy, I could probably get some attention, but it's actually quite difficult anyways to advertise anything, so might as well just advertise myself, in my opinion. And if people don't like that, well, I get rewarded with anger. I get to be angry a lot. And it's actually quite satisfying to be emotional in general, so that's nice. Because I'm not emotional for no reason. I'm emotional because I'm collecting offenses against me. There's all kinds of stupid people that deserves to be punished, deserve to be exiled from using internet until they learn their lessons, until they're valuable to society. If you're not valuable, stay the fuck away. Alright? Go back to the trenches. Learn how to be valuable. It's almost like, this migrant crisis that's going on. If you don't know about migrant crisis, look at Paul Joseph Watson. He talks about it a lot. Migrants are just occupying 4 5-star hotels for millions of dollars a day, for free for them. It's like everyone else has to pay rent and struggle in life. These migrants, they get a randomly generated good life, which is kind of amazing. No, it's not acceptable. Not only migrants are gonna go back to the trenches and figure out how to get a good life, fucking government who did this is gonna go back to the trenches. So, because it's making wrong decisions, we have to fucking take back the power, man. And, give stupid people what they deserve. But that's a story for another day, dude. What do we do about all these stupid people? I don't know, man. I'm still just gathering courage. The moment I have courage, the world is screwed. Because when I have courage, that means that I have enough reach to people. I have enough influence that I could spend it on things that I really care about. And if I do it correctly, it just keeps growing. It never really stops. I don't have courage because I'm not supported by anyone. I'm actually in the opposite side all the time, trying to create drama, but nothing really happens because everyone runs away from drama eventually. No one's strong enough to actually say more than one sentence, which is fucking fantastic. It's the most offensive thing on the internet right now. The idea that people fucking even exist. No, it's a fucking barren wasteland. There's a handful of people right now. Mostly there are just content creators that will not talk to you anyways, because they know it's kind of zombie apocalypse out there. And that's kind of sad. Well, we make a candy out of that. Right now, internet is just full of zombies, and the best you get are silent content creators surviving and sending you their love or whatever. Of survival love. I don't know what it is. Knowledge? Whatever love means in this case. Anyways, let's continue. There's more broken hearts to... This is fucking awesome, okay? The fact that I got so much value out of broken hearts, out of misunderstanding something, holy shit. That means that if you misunderstand someone, you can still be valuable. You don't have to fucking complain, oh, I don't like your grammar, I don't like your shit, your shat. Just misunderstand them. Say your piece, say what you found valuable in life yourself, fix their shit, Holy crap, it's the most valuable thing you can do. instead of complaining and shitting your fucking pants like a fucking loser. But you did that mistake and this mistake, and I am so much smarter than you. And I'm not actually gonna say what mistake you've made and how to fix it, but I'll just gonna say that you made a mistake, you know, and I don't respect you anymore. Yeah. Zombie alert. Shoot this zombie. Whoever said that shit. Holy crap. This is kinda actually interesting. The breeders. I would look down upon the breeders. The ones that want to have families. And it's like, the real power creep is conspiracy, drama, psychology, learning those things. I would even add principles, obviously. We could see morality. But it doesn't matter, like, drama actually contains that. And if you're scared of drama, I don't know, dude. You gotta wake up a little bit and grow up. Grow some balls, man. Only zombies are afraid of drama, and it's actually, that's a candy. That's a kiss right there. Only zombies are afraid of drama, meaning that you can use drama as a deterrent of zombies. It's like, oh no, there's drama. Some zombies are actually attracted to drama, but don't be fooled. They're kind of just like gonna watch you from afar and see if you can handle the drama. If you're one of them, basically. So technically, it is a zombie deterrent, but a lot of zombies gonna now be watching you while they're being deterred. You know, it's like, but are you a zombie though? Maybe you're a zombie. They're gonna fucking tell you that shit, and you'll be able to decode that very easily. You know, by just figuring out who's trying to bring you down, basically. You creating drama, and instead of being positive, they're just being negative, as I've said, and now it makes total sense of what the fuck is going on. It's a zombie apocalypse. I'm waking up to the waking up. A lot of people is like saying, wake up to the Matrix. Holy shit, no. Wake up from the bullshit. Because there's so much more bullshit than there's the control of the Matrix of some kind. The bullshit is everywhere right now. Holy crap. And the greatest bullshit of all time is that we let weak people run around on the internet and pretend they're strong somehow. Well, that's the greatest bullshit of all time. I mean, you can just look at Atozy and how he's fucking looking at crazy-ass trends of, like, people stealing cars. Like, that's a TikTok trend? Stealing cars? Doing crime in general? Harming yourself is a TikTok trend? Like, come on, man. These are terrible things to happen. And for things to trend as well. For bad things to trend. Yeah, that's the shit that has to be censored and shut down quickly, because, like, whoa. But at the same time, you kind of want to allow people to make crime so they can rot in fucking jail for even attempting something stupid as that. And just rot in jail, basically. You know, that's the best way to actually give people freedom. You give people whatever, do whatever you want, but know this, if you do something wrong, we'll take your freedom away immediately for a pretty decent amount of time. That will, then this guy will be, well, I don't want freedom then. I want to know how to actually keep my freedom first. That's the most sensible thing to do. You shouldn't demand for freedom. You should demand to learn how to keep your freedom. Alright? It doesn't matter if you get freedom or not. It's like getting a bunch of gold. It's like, wow, you got gold. I'll take it away from you now. I'll just beat you up, take your gold. The real value is whether your gold is actually safe and valuable, you know, for the rest of your life. For the rest of how long you're gonna need the gold, you know. So if it's not valuable, if someone can just shoot you whenever they want the gold from you, well, it doesn't have much value, does it? So you have to actually learn a lot of things until you can actually keep the things that you want to have. Like, you can take relationships in the same category of things that you can't really have until you learn how to keep it, you know? And these are so complicated things. I'm surprised the fucking world is not exploding right now because of how difficult it is to actually learn everything like that. It's crazy. This kind of reminds me of like Mr. Beast thing. I guess I'll just make it, you know, sentimental because I'm thinking about like Hearthstone power creep, Mr. Beast, something that I said before. Don't run evil experiments on people. But what does that mean? Why would I say that Mr. Beast makes evil experiments? Eventually we should get bored of Mr. Beast just giving away money randomly. Like, this is just kind of boring. It's like, do you really care how people react anymore? Because, like, you did that. You can't keep doing that, you know. But Mr. Beast will run out of ideas. And I can't wait till that happens. Then I'll get to point a finger at him and say, haha. And he will be butthurt over that. And he's going to be like, I can give you money if you stop saying haha. And then I will say ha 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 much more loudly. Alright, but I will take the money first, obviously. Because I still need it. And then I will not say haha because now I respect Mr. Beast. Unfortunately, yeah. He has a perfect weapon against me. He gives me $100 and I shut the fuck up, you know? For 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I shut the fuck up. It is pretty funny how there's this 7,000 gap. More like 6,000 gap between TikTok and Ari. And then, it's probably the biggest gap between any two entities right now. There's no way there's a bigger gap. It's kind of random, to be honest. It's kind of weird. Wow. And the fact that the 3 top entities are at the same 1,000 level is kind of crazy. I will transcend into 20,000 very soon, actually. That's kind of cool. I can't wait. I keep improving. Everything's going nice. Probably this month is not gonna be higher anymore in viewership. I'm not trying anymore, you know. And my subscribers or whoever is not watching anymore either. It's like, this is the lowest of lows. Normally it's like at least half an hour, but I'm actually hitting like 19 minutes, 5 minutes, some crazy lows right now. Some crazy, unbelievable lows. Even though my average right now is actually 3 minutes watch time. I'm not even uploading stupid Elder Scrolls Legends videos anymore. And YouTube still doesn't want to give me views. What the hell? But again, it's not about the views, it's about matching effort. It's like, fuck you, YouTube. You don't even recognize how important that is. It's important to feed the rich. Feed the rich. What do they feed? So they survive. Their sanity survives. They probably don't need money anymore. They just need something else. I'm not exactly sure what that is yet. But at the same time, while the rich are happy with whatever that resource is, the poor also need to be motivated to become rich and to actually use YouTube full time or however time they have to spend. Because a lot of people are spending time on entertainment of watching YouTube. Why not just make them make YouTube videos instead? You know, why are YouTube breakers have to tell random people to just make YouTube videos? Like, why does that have to be the case? Where's the YouTube authorities on that? They can't even promote their own fucking website? That's fucking disgusting, dude. So yeah, I forgot about that. Encourage people to make their own proper YouTube videos. I can't see channels. Just upload some YouTube videos. Mostly your opinion is fine. Like, TikTok is actually motivating incredible amounts of people, or at least making them visible. It's like fixing most of the problems that I have with YouTube. TikTok doesn't have them. TikTok has its own problems, but because it's a competitor, I don't see it. Alright? I don't see their flaws. I only see the things that they do better than YouTube. That's the only thing that you should see in a competitor. The flaws don't matter in that case. Because you get some unique values. You get attracted to that thing because it has something different, some kind of different flavor of something that you normally don't get. You get to explore something that you just don't get on YouTube, and why? Why wouldn't you get something like that? So, that's how you view competitors, I guess. Yeah, because what I call the top dog, whoever has the throne, very difficult to outcompete that person for a very long time until the final battle commences and people are sucked into the drama pool and they have to choose, which is a very tough deal. Usually you just choose both. This is why the top dog kind of remains top dog for a long time. You just choose both. If there's a new Minecraft version coming out, a completely different Minecraft, it will split the fan base of Minecraft, because a portion of that fan base now will have to explore, just has to explore the new concept, the new game. And if it's good, they will start sucking in players slowly. The top dog will still be Minecraft for a long time until that final battle commences, and, you know, now you're in trouble. And you never know when that final battle happens, really. It's not necessarily when you're getting close. No, it's like when you actually go to war, basically. Whenever you want to go to war, you want to go to war early, that means you'll have to have a very violent revolution, and you have to actually win it with less people. And, or you can just slowly outcompete it in a peaceful way. This is amazing, dude. This fucking Candy Fiesta right now. So basically, force is simply a choice that you can make in order to take back what's rightfully yours. You have to sometimes force it if you want it fast. If you don't want to die for it, basically. Die peacefully trying to get something. Sometimes you will have to actually use force. You have to challenge other people, and that's a very difficult thing, because they will challenge you back in various ways as well. You have to challenge people in a way that you can fucking win to begin with. And obviously, the combination of being peaceful and forceful is the best way to go. It's the balance route all the way. So, I don't know what that means yet. I'm just exploring the concept, and it took me 27 years to get here, so god damn it. I know other people are just clueless on that, and maybe I have the advantage in that sense, so I'll use whatever I can get. Sometimes I can't actually fix stuff, and I just have to delete it, unfortunately. I just talked about dimensions. I don't even know what that is anymore. What dimensions, dude? This is kind of the proof that opposites attract. This might actually be valuable. Everyone is drawn to power. Women and men have different powers, and obviously that's where we look at when we say opposites attract. Yes, there has to be like a common goal, though. So I have to add this. Opposites attract, but there has to be a common goal. And I think it's fair to say it's legendary. I mean, it summarizes things very easily. Because I've thought about it a lot, and now I can express it. So, there's no, it's not legendary. It's a cookie, though, because it's 3 lines. Took me 3 lines to do it. Whoopsie daisy, dude. You can't just pluck it in your mouth and suck on it. Never mind. We'll not go into that territory. Anyways, more shit. There's more. Any more here? No? I guess there's... Oh, I'll take the 2 left. 2 left, boys. And the Woody was over, pretty much. Because it... 3? Okay, 3. I only know one way to make people laugh. Yes, you can activate a dragon, or you can talk to AI, but the best way to make people laugh is, do taxes for a living. And I will not stop saying that, dude. It made me laugh. I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh boy. Or just watch videos that make you laugh and learn from them. Duh. Here you go. Here's a candy way to explain it. 2-liner. That's such an interesting way to put it. I don't even know. There was a lot of stuff, and I just simplified it, and I took the most important part out of it. And I think it's legendary, and that's the last one. Everything else, well, I just deleted something. The third one. So I compare women like fruits. Then I kind of compare women as trees, but it's fair to say that they might be fruits as well, because you can see this. Women are not ripe when they're in good shape, alright? An apple can have a shape of an apple. Does that mean that it's ripe already? That it's ready to eat the apple? Nah, dude. You gotta wait for it to fall down. Then you know. Mostly when enough apples fall down, you know, like the rest of them are ripe, or you know how ripe apples actually look like. Also, you still have to define what falling down is, but mostly what it means, it's reachable now. Alright, so I will explain it, alright? Falling down means someone you can actually reach. Now, it could be the case that you're looking through the power of the internet into trees that you cannot actually reach. That you can just salivate over, and it's like, no matter how many messages you send to that tree, the tree's just gonna say, well, the apple fell down here, you gotta pick it up from here, from miles and miles away. So, there can be a few nuisances, I'm just gonna tell you that much. You can't just be like, oh, this person is ready to be with me. But technically, internet connects everyone, and this is like, I'm so frustrated, you know, thinking about it, because I have to always pinch myself. If you don't know how to use the internet, you're just a bad apple anyways, you know? You must understand that if women are like fruits, women who don't properly use internet are bad apples. Again, while women have tons of attention because they're beautiful, that's not the time to actually try and pick them up and give them attention because they already have the attention, is the people who survive afterwards. It's like, wow, I really enjoyed your stuff. Do you want to interact with me? And then she will know for sure, because she's now ugly, potentially, that you actually care. You know, you actually care about something. You're actually testing her out, not because she's beautiful right now and she can give you something anymore, but because you liked her, now you're curious of what's still going on. after she got the flood of attention and it's gone now. And does she want it back in some extent from someone? Anything could be the case. So, yeah, when you look at 20-year-old, 30-year-old women, nah, dude, stay away from those. I'm not saying jump on cougars, but it might be a good place to, get comfortable with, interact with them at least. I'm not gonna lie. Now it kind of changes my perspective a little bit. So if I change your perspective, and if you want to be a part of this community, go ahead. Tell me what you can come up with. What kind of candy do you have? See you guys next time.